Welcome to the Intuitive Teacup, my friends. These tarot readings are meant to motivate, empower, and inspire you. Please keep an open heart and an open mind as you watch these general readings, as some material will resonate and some might not. Do have faith it is serving someone out there, and take away only what resonates for you. Please release the rest. Feel free to book a personal reading with me if you would like something catered specifically to your inquiries and energy. That information is down below for you. You are responsible for all actions and decisions and the vibe that you bring to this channel. This is optional advice or guidance, and of course, you will always have free will. Check the box below for my social media links, the decks I use, and more information on this channel. Let's hop into your tarot reading. What's up, guys? Happy February. Happy to have you here at the Intuitive Teacup. Some very short announcements. It's Aquarius season, so I'm trying to be innovative and shake it up and do things differently. So we're going to do a different spread for your February monthlies. It will include love and money, as well as some other things too, using Black Moon astrology cards. This is such a cool deck. Really excited to share it with you. I did promise you earlier I was going to start using love oracles in your readings. So what we're going to do, rather than doing it in February monthlies, this is going to be a separate reading for Valentine's Day, very focused on love and romance and relationships. So look forward to that probably the next time around. Last but not least, I did my first deck review, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So far, the reception has been pretty positive, so I'm looking to make that a monthly thing. Every month, I'll review a new deck so you can get a look at the cards and preview it, see if it's something you're interested in. And if not, that's okay. There will always be a collective reading at the end of those deck reviews with timestamps. So if you want to hop right to the end of that video, you can see if there's anything for you in that collective reading. The last one I did was called the Triple Goddess Tarot Deck Review, so welcoming you and encouraging you to check that out. Other than that, let's hop into your February monthly tarot reading. Hello, Sagittarius. What's good? What's shaking bacon? We are going to talk about your romantic life. We're going to talk about what you need to put more mental energy into. We'll talk about your money, and then we'll talk about actions you need to take. This is all in the month of February. The messages you're supposed to hear in February, the timeline of manifestation, well, that's up to you. So first card out is the Tower. Oh, Sag. All right. So this is a long overdue ending, or something that you're really needing to pull yourself away from, that I don't think, and I don't mean to offend, but it feels like something you didn't have the strength to do at the time. It seems like you were putting it off or delaying it or avoiding it because you just didn't feel comfortable doing it, or you weren't ready to leave the job or leave the person or cut ties with the friendship, whatever it is. The hammer's coming down. I think February is a timestamp for you of, yeah, we need to wrap that up, right? We need to tie up the loose ends. This may be, I know this is kind of an unusual message, but this may even have to do with something where love got in the way of a friendship. So it could be that someone was put in the friend zone who you had feelings for, or vice versa. The thing is, the main message I'm getting, though, is that this is someone who you were mutually friends with, Sagittarius. One of you ended up dating that person's ex, and it got very messy. Does that make sense to anyone out there? It really wasn't third party, but it was like somebody feels like they broke this bond of loyalty by engaging in a sexual or romantic relationship, because it put a wedge in someone's friendship, or even it could even be a family dynamic. Anyway, you're being asked to essentially move through that, even though it's uncomfortable, but essentially be solution oriented, so you're not having to carry around the weirdness of whatever transpired. Could have had to do with a Scorpio or a Capricorn or an Aries. A lot of you have a new air sign coming in, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is someone you don't know, you've never dated before, in this specific message. This person is kind of a homebody. So I don't know if that makes you hesitant because they don't, yeah, okay, here's the message. You write them off as a little bit too safe, or they're, I don't know if it's that, it's like they're not adventurous enough for you. Well, find out when you take them to the bedroom, because that's going to change your mind. That's what I'm getting there. It's something about this person seems like, it's not dull, because there's something intriguing, like you guys have good conversations, but it's almost like you're wondering if there's enough substance to last you. You guys are going to like hook up or be more romantic, or it's geared in that direction, and you are going to uncover some fun secrets. That's the message there. Don't judge a book by its cover, because this person has a lot more, it's not, well, I mean, it could be depth, but it's not so much intellectual, it's like hidden passion. They don't wear that on their sleeve the way maybe some of my Saggies do, but yeah, you're in for a surprise, and I think you're going to be happy, especially with your new air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh, and again, a lot of you are severing ties.
Yeah, with a Scorpio or a Capricorn. And again, that very likely has to do with like a complicated situation among a friends group. It feels, I'll be honest, Sag, it feels a little bit petty. It feels a little bit like drama city, like you don't talk to that person because they know that person. And it's almost like you guys are taking sides. And again, it could be like a family dynamic of, oh, well, you know what I mean? Like it's complicated. And I mean, who got time for that, Sag, right? Like, so if you love this person and you want to be with them, that's fine, but like remove the third-party peanut gallery stuff because it's interfering. And I get that message for you a lot about your family kind of honing in on your love life, so I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of you, if you're single and looking, or you've been out of a relationship for a while, you have 2 new offers coming in, potentially, right? If you are seeking dating and romance and things of that sort, you have at least 1 very solid offer, if not 2. I see you getting cozy with an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and there's something about the scent is very good, so that maybe they were a good cologne or a good perfume or scented candles, something about the smell, the aroma, or maybe they're a really good cook. Something like that it's what draws you in. And I mean, they say that anyway, right? When you're attracted to someone, it's because your body's like, you have this physical reaction, right? Is it pheromones? Am I making that up? Anyway, there's something to do with the smell that's very important, and obviously it's a positive smell, right? This person farts a lot. That's what it's saying. I'm just kidding. All right. Anything else? So there's a Virgo who might be missing you, but they may be on their way back. So there could be something rekindled with a Virgo. But the thing is, I think you're already taken, or vice versa. You may be dreaming of a Virgo, but they're already engaged to someone else. That flame, though, it seems to be dulling. So if you're sort of the third party, and I'm not saying it's become a third party thing, but if you're sort of on the outside looking in on a couple, I think that you, with time, if you're willing to detach from it, you're going to find someone else who lights your fire quite clearly. So yeah, some of you are all in your feels about a Virgo who you put on a pedestal, or vice versa. This could be a Virgo spying in on you. The thing is, with time, you're going to realize that something about that relationship, it wasn't good for the long term. And I'm by no means saying with all Virgos. For all I know, you might be dealing with 2 or 3 Virgos. There's one Virgo who there's a little bit of, it's like uncomfortable. There's like emotional baggage because maybe things ended in a very weird or unusual way, and it felt unfinished, but I'm actually getting, no, like it kind of is finished. Like there's not too much more to be discovered there romantically. You know, if you wanted to try and make this like a friends thing, you know, that's your business. You could do it. But I'll be honest, I don't think that would work out because somebody has more feelings than the other person. So it would never be like you're actually okay just being friends. There would always be that person who's kind of hoping you change your mind, Sag. So that's sort of what I see there. And yeah, you may have wish fulfillment if you're flirting with or talking with an earth or an air sign, and you kind of, it is your hope and your dream and your wish for this to become a thing. I do see that in the cards for you. Again, this is a February monthly reading. It's not going to say that it's going to be your forever person, but if you have some dating prospects and you're hoping it kind of ascends to something exclusive or more than it currently is, that has good vibes around it. So that's awesome. That's what I got for you for February for romantic love. You got a tower there, so just navigate that as you will. Let's talk about your what you need to put more mental energy into. This could be things having to do with your knowledge, your expansion of ideas, your communications, it could be like education, something you need to expand your mind. What is Sagittarius being guided towards putting more mental energy into? The Knight of Wands, having fun? Really, Sag? That's your message? Yeah, you may be doing research to go on some sort of fun trip or go... It's like very playful energy. It literally feels like joining a sports team or... I mean, I know like everything's crazy, like masks and all and social distance. Be safe. But it could be in the future you're planning to get like people together to experience some mutual... like it's something entertainment based. It's something exciting. I mean, I don't know, Sag, maybe you're researching video games you're going to buy. Like it's something like that. In fact, I mean, Aquarius season, there's lots of research being done online. That's just like a theme of the season. But it's like you're researching fun and games and activities. That is the most Sagittarius message I've ever heard. I want to do something fun. That's cute though. I mean, that's a good message. Okay, so a lot of you are putting a lot of mental energy, or you're going to be, a lot of mental stimulus into deciding between people. Now, that could be choosing people in your life, that could be choosing friends, that could be, it very likely has to do with romance. You're being asked to consider who do you not only feel, but think about more passionately. It's almost like I'm sort of being told to say, who do you hold in higher regard? This is kind of I don't mean to offend, especially the cross-watchers. You may be having a lot of romantic feelings and passion for someone, but this is harsh. You ready for this? There's part of you that knows in the long run, it's like they're not that smart though. Sorry, don't shoot the messenger. It's not you, Sag. It's you deciding between people. But yeah, and I mean, as generally speaking, Saggies get along with all types of groups of people. You guys don't typically exclude a lot, right? But there's something about it, especially in terms of your romantic relationship, you guys aren't on the same intellectual level. That's a very polite way of putting it. And so I think you are going to sort out who you want to keep around you and in your inner circle. Somebody may have given you very bad advice about something, and it took a while for that to actually transpire for you to understand and see that. But again, this could be a family member or a friend, or something about someone gave you a bad tip or a bad piece of advice, and now you're like, oh yeah, no, I'm not going to go to them. It could even be like a financial advisor or something like that. Some of you may end up doing something with a court case or something involving like the law. I don't know if you're studying. Yeah, I don't know. It's like you're going into, I don't even know how to phrase this. You're increasing your knowledge on some sort of rule or regulation in like a district or a council or in your city. It could be that maybe you're trying to, contest a ticket or something that has to do with the law. You're gathering information on it to either prove your case or to, what is the word? My words are not coming to me today. Like contest it. You're going against it because you think that you're in the right, or that you feel like there was some sort of injustice or grievance that was caused to you. And so I think you're fighting back, but it feels like it has to do with a government. Maybe it has to do with like a payout that you applied for and you didn't get. Like it could even be something where you're sensing that there's discrimination. And so if that's not you, Sag, you may be doing something for a friend. Like maybe I don't know if you're offering them legal counsel or financial counsel, but something about that scenario, it's like you're fighting against an injustice. And you're incredibly passionate, almost hot-headed about it. You feel like something was done very inappropriately, or I'm hearing the word misconduct. So whatever that is, I think you're going to make it right. Whether it involves you or you're helping someone. Anyway, sorry. I just need to take a breath. I feel like my mind is trying to tell you a million things. It's not going well. This is my Gemini mind. All right, here we go. New messages. Really, because it's mental energy, air energy, sword energy, I could also see it as what do you need to vocalize? How do you need to speak up and advocate for yourself more? Something regarding breaking of a law or bending a law or something like that. And here's the thing, it's not to say this is true for all of you. Some of you were actually in the wrong. Some of you did something impulsively and the repercussions were much greater than you anticipated. So here's the thing, at minimum, you're researching online, like what's going to happen. Like if I don't pay that fee or that penalty, what will happen? I see a lot of you doing research like that. And I don't do fear-based readings, right? It is what it is. It's coming up. Some of you may be going back to school to work in law. You may be going back to law school or doing something with litigation. You may be looking up lawyers, right? Maybe you're trying to find a lawyer for your parents or something like that. And some of you are researching like dance. You're watching tutorials on like dancing, specifically like ballet or very like, if it's not ballet, it's like these slow meditative moves. It could even be something like martial arts or karate. Like it's very choreographed, but it's like very, it's not like hip hop dancing. It's not that. It's very, I can't help but like not show you. It's like, it's almost like you're storytelling with your body. So almost like hula dancing, right? Like the waves and all that. And like, I don't know if you're trying to learn that, or it could even be something with sign language. It's something about communicating with your body through motion. Again, I don't know if that's just for fun and for pleasure. I would say for a lot of you it is. It's like you fall down a YouTube rabbit hole. For others of you, it may have to do with your career, or it could even be physical therapy if you're helping to heal people's bodies, or experimental therapy, something like that. Anyway, that's what your mental energy is going to. You have a decision to make, possibly between an air sign and a fire sign. It doesn't have to be romantic, though. It could be for your friendships. What's the deal with the air sign? The air sign's a cheater. Or the air sign lied, or you have trust issues with them. The Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. What is that? Go with your gut. Your gut will steer you right. Some of you know you're going to have to admit fault, but it doesn't mean that you need to salvage a friendship if you don't want to. Some of you may start drawing more healthier boundary lines in any type of relationship so that you don't end up being like a doormat. And I think that's hard for you. It's taking a lot of courage and confidence for you to, again, establish better boundaries with people, all sorts of people in your life. But yes, something with the air sign, you may have misstepped, but they did too. There's weirdness with the air sign, but it's not to say you can't fix it, but you do need to communicate. That's key here. Then with your fire sign, there's hope here. I feel like you're dealing with a fire sign who, whether it was a job or a romantic relationship or whatever, it got put on the back burner. Like, it's delayed, but it's not done yet. So I think you're going to have more communication with that in the future, but there's a period in which you're not going to speak to them or see them as much. If anything, this almost feels like a long distance relationship where you want to travel to go see them, but you can't right now. So you're sort of being asked to like just take a chill pill and like enjoy the time as much as you can, knowing that this will circle back around in the future. And that may even be a job, like especially for those who got like furloughed, you may be waiting on word of when you're going to come back to work, to the office, to whatever. Again, I think with patience, you will start to see things improving there. But again, I'm almost being called to say the month of February may be a little bit stagnant. And don't feel bad. Leo had the exact same thing going on. So maintain. Hold on to what you got. So let's talk about your money, because I feel like we're kind of headed that way anyway. Money. Let's do... Where did I put that deck? Yeah, let's do this one. Tell me about Sagittarius' money. Yeah, something about karate, or like researching, maybe you're, I don't know, like the history of dance, or the history of, I don't know, something about that. You little historians, you. Anyway, money. Deck's not in reverse. A lot of you are exhausted. It feels like you started some sort of project, or maybe you hooked up, I don't mean literally hooked up, but like you made a connection with some client and they're fighting you tooth and nail on every detail of the contract, or just when you thought you finished the project, they're like, oh wait, you didn't do that part. And like, it feels like it's related to a person or a project, and it's almost like they're abusing their power. And the thing is, there's a part of you that is trying to please them because maybe there's a good paycheck attached to it. But again, it's about establishing healthy boundaries in your contract, or in this position of don't give away all your work for free, or it might be that you need to revamp your contracts moving forward, or it's almost like you had a very difficult client, and because of that situation, it beat you up a little bit, but it made you realize you need to be much more specific in how you word your process or your services, or how you do your agreements or contracts, because it feels like someone was like nickel and diming you. And the thing is, you're on the end of it, like it's almost done, but it was a very almost like sobering, exhausting situation, because it's like there's no pleasing this person. So no, Sag, it really doesn't have to do with your work and your integrity. If anything, this was like a helpful gift to you from the universe to encourage you to almost like button up a little bit in terms of how much work you're willing to put into something. And the thing is, you're not getting paid for what you put in. There was like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? You had like a client from hell, and you're like, I'm going to finish this out because like I have integrity. And it's almost like you want them to eat their words at the end of this, because they may have been bad mouthing you or saying you did a bad job. And you're like, oh, really? But you're taking the higher road of it. You're actually finishing through with this. You're moving through with it. That was me rolling up my sleeves. I talk in gestures, I'm aware. There's something you go through with it, but you're like, never again am I going to be in this situation again. I hope that makes sense for you. And again, it has something to do with a job or a client thing. It has to do with your money. It is helpful to you in the long run, though, because it's pointing out like a fault, or like almost like if you're in plot twist. It's like a hole, though, in your, do you understand what I'm saying? It's like, the way you do your work or the services you provide, this person is nickel and diming you on like a technicality, and so you're going to go back to that technicality and like smooth it over to make sure you never get like taken advantage of again. I know that sounds like a really dramatic message. You know, it doesn't have to be to a huge degree, but you learn something very valuable about this client interaction, and I have a feeling you guys will never work with this person again. And I don't mean to make this like such a class differentiation, but like, I'm gonna be honest, Sag, like you're dealing with a Karen, right? It sounds like this is like an uppity, and I'm not putting race associated to it, but you're dealing with somebody who has a lot of money. So it's like they have nothing to do all day but find problems. That's the type of person you're dealing with. And like, I know you are just like biting your lip, trying not to like be the blunt Sagittarius and like, you know, hand this person like their ass essentially. It's like you are behaving yourself, but I know it's taking a lot of restraint. That's the word. Restraint will serve you here. Because you will see it through to completion. And tell me about the uppity person, male or female, whoever this is, the pain in the ass client or whatever. What's the deal here? Okay, yes, this makes sense to me because I don't know why I'm being told to encourage you to keep seeing this to the end, because there's a really good gift waiting on the other side of this. You may actually prove this person wrong, and they may actually come to terms with the fact that you're actually, you know, really good at what you do, and they can trust you, and like their own fears and insecurity and bullshit was kind of feeding into this really weird dynamic. This may set you up with like really good, I'm hearing like word of mouth. What is that term? It's like, because you did a job for this person, she's going to tell her brother and her cousin and her best friend and whatever about you. And so you're going to get a lot of business and money from this networking opportunity. And the thing is, it won't be with the same person. So you're not going to have to deal with like the crazy personality and the drama. Yeah, there's something about, this is a very important challenge to you in your career. But if you make it through to the end, and again, practice healthy and safe boundaries, don't allow yourself to be treated like crap. You need to advocate and stick up for yourself, but do the work you said you were going to do. There's really good things that await you on the other side of this. It could even be something where your boss is overseeing your interactions with this person, and later on they're going to be like, Sag, hell of a job. You know, extra bonus check this month, or great job in the commission, or you could get a recognition at work. I know that was very specific, guys, so what else? This may have to do with an Aries. Or an Aquarius. Or that could be your boss, too. Whew. Okay. So you have a possibly, it's new-ish, a job offer coming in, but you're not sure you want to take it. I feel like I give this message to you all the time, Sagittarius. You have a job offer that comes in, but it may involve working with someone from your past who you're not stoked to work with, or going back to a job that you were so proud to leave on your own accord. And, you know, it's crazy times, right? It could be that you end up going back to a job that was a bit of a fallback. But here's the thing. The income is solid and consistent, so it may be a transitional period where you end up going back to work at Starbucks or the library or substitute teaching, whatever it is. You go back there knowing it's not the end goal, but you've established some sort of connection to that, and so you may end up going back to do something that you've done. I actually heard in a previous life. That's deep, but in a previous time in your life. And so, but here's the thing: you guys are stopping yourselves. A lot of you are like, no, that's the past. And it's like you're very hell bent. Like, I'm not going back to the past. That was an old chapter, and I finished it. I'm never gonna go do X, Y, and Z again. The thing is, I mean, the opportunity comes around for a reason, and I mean, if you're looking to improve your income, I don't know, you may be able to incorporate that and something else. If you're trying to grow your own business, or you have a side hustle you're putting time into that you're very passionate about, it wouldn't be the worst thing to return to this again temporarily just to improve your money. Wheel of Fortune, that's fate, that's destiny, right? That's a very good card. It's Jupiter energy, it's expansion. So again, it's saying you may need to put or dip your toe into that pool just to get some extra income and then expand out of it when you're ready to. A lot of you, it felt like, again, you were so proud to leave a situation, but ultimately the universe is redirecting you back to it for a very important reason. And it may even involve teaching or going back to school to complete a degree or get a certificate. And again, there's such a message here of you do not want to do that, but I kind of think you should. You have free will, you don't have to, but there's a reason why this is coming up, and more or less it's just asking you, like, think about it. Are you saying no or yes for the right reasons? And for some of you, I don't mean to offend. It's like you're going off of pride. It's like, oh, I would never do that again. It's like, well, don't let your ego get in the way. I mean, times are tough. Sometimes you got to take the side hustles and the side jobs to see yourself through. Again, it will be temporary. For some of you, it has to do with hairdressing or something cosmetic. Or almost like working in a salon or a spa or painting nails or like giving massages or something like that. Okay, and if that's not what you're going back to, that seems like something you're wanting to go into more into the future. Like that could be something that you're like a, oh my God, where are my words today? Mercury's in retrograde. You're like an entrepreneur or you're opening your own shop for the first, like beauty shops, especially doing really eccentric, wacky color hair. I see people with like purple and blue hair. That could be you. Or something, or it could even be like tattoo. Something that's kind of visually unique and different and crazy and very Sagittarian, kind of acquires a lot of attention. And I do mean acquires, like it's a spectacle. There's a lot of spectators watching what you do because it's wacky and unique and it's different, but it's very fun. You're very passionate about it. You will get to do that, but it's almost like you're being asked to, I'm hearing the word compensate. Compensate here and there. Can you do both simultaneously? Can you make friends with the idea that you may have to make a compromise in the short term to chase your dream in the long term? If you're applying to jobs, I see offers coming through, but I see you very like in deliberation, not sure which way you should go. It could be that something to do with travel, like you don't want to move to that city, or opposite, you're looking to travel, so you don't want to take a job. And I don't know, you're very like, I keep hearing deliberate. You're not sure which way to go. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Cups is showing up. So, I mean, I hate for this to sound like a cop-out, but listen to your heart. That's going to lead you in the right direction. Don't operate out of fear. Don't project a pessimistic attitude onto something new that you don't know much about. Make sure your judgment of it is based in truth and facts. Don't jump to, like, crazy conclusions. So what do you need to take action towards? Let's go into your final energy there. Yours are always long, Sagittarius. What's with that? I get extra chatty on the Sagittarius ones. Sorry, guys. All right. What does Sag need to take action towards? Something about students and libraries or teaching. You may be starting an online course and teaching people how to do something, especially dancing. But it doesn't have to be. It could be anything in education. And you guys may end up realizing you actually have to have a certificate to do it. That may have to do with like your court case. That's what I mean. I don't think you did anything completely illegal. If you did, it was kind of like I think it's okay. No one will notice. Only they did notice. So now there's ramifications to that. So just be careful. If you need a certain degree or whatever to do something and interact with people, like, I don't know if it's life coaching or something. The thing is, I think as much as you don't want to go back to school to get the degree, I think you will. Because it's going to set you up for future success. All right, here we go. What does Sag need to take action towards? That Seven of Wands thing. You need to finish it out with that fussy client or fussy customer or whoever you're dealing with that's a pain in the ass. You need to make it right. You don't ever have to work with them again. You don't have to live with them again. You don't have to love them anymore, but you need to make it right. And again, cut all ties so that there's nothing remaining, so that you're not taking it with you into the next job or the next chapter or the next client interaction. You need to make good on your word and finish it up and then just like be done with it. That's where your action needs to go right now. And I know you guys are exhausted. The end is in sight. The end is in sight and something good does come out of it, especially money. You may get some sort of bonus that you don't know about or some sort of major tip that you weren't anticipating. There's money that comes out of a difficult situation. It could be a court case that's just dragged you through hell and back. The thing is, I think it will probably weigh in your favor. You're going to get something valuable out of it. Some of you are getting a new apartment or something about new keys. So it could be new keys to an office, new keys to a car, something about a new purchase, but it's not quite time to pull the trigger on it yet, especially because Mercury is in retrograde, right? If you're buying something of an item of luxury that costs a lot, that's fine. You can still do that. Please just wait till like the end of February when Mercury's out of retrograde because you're going to regret it if you move too soon on it. That's what I mean. Like, Mercury retrograde ultimately is about going back to the past. That's why all your exes are showing up in your DMs, right? It's going back to the past and settling things that were never settled or finished. That would be a good use of your time. Fix the baggage with your friends. Fix the relationship with your parents. Fix the car that's been broken for 3 years that you say you're going to fix. Do that stuff. Anything new, delay it a little bit because it's serving a greater purpose, Sag. I know it doesn't always make sense, but I don't know. I know better than telling Sag what to do. I'm just going to let you hear the message. My dad's a Sagittarius. Can't be told what to do. All right. Yeah, there's something from the past that's dragging you back, and it does have to do with your money. I don't know what to do. Did you get into a political fight or a political debate with someone? This has something to do with politics and the president, and I'm not at all getting political here. This is so ridiculous. I'm literally getting something about like that Bernie Sanders meme. Did you get into some like, I don't know, like libertarian debate and all of a sudden you aren't speaking to this person anymore? You get into like a heated, passionate debate, and I think it started off friendly, but you may have had like this realization that someone who you love and are very loyal to, your political views differ, and something about that, it's like there was an intense fight. So you're being encouraged to go and fix it if you want to salvage that friendship, because you both feel weird about it. And yeah, okay, so someone is going to heal this. Gosh, this is such a random message. It has to do with politics. I'm seeing little Bernie Sanders in his little mittens. Why is that coming up? I don't know. This could even have something to do with a mother or a sister, a female energy. I don't know. So if this is a female-male dynamic, whoever you are, for most of you, I think the male didn't know how blunt they were being or how their words really cut. I don't think they meant to. This feels like a fight that escalated very quickly, and again, now you guys are like giving each other the silent treatment. It feels a little immature, I'll be honest. It feels a little like Drama City, but it happens, right? Someone is gonna fix this. I'm always one to, say, don't play hard to get, right? If you love this person, if you want to be friends with them again, just make it right. Don't do the whole like, oh, well, they need to come to me, they need to fix it. More or less what I see is that the male is probably going to break the ice first, if this is male and female. And it doesn't have to be. But yeah, there's something about the male comes back to apologize. You may even get something in the mail, like a postcard, or it was funny, the way I said that, it's like postal stuff. Yeah, like a letter in the mail or something. Yeah, there's reciprocity. Someone goes to make it right. Oh, someone comes back with their tail between their legs. They're like a kicked puppy because they know that they messed up. Somebody got too hot-headed and arrogant and egocentric, and they have to come back and be like, I'm sorry. Know that this could be you, Sag. I'm going to say it, whether you're male or female. Somebody comes back and they're like, it's like they're kicking rocks. They're like, I didn't mean to say it. And like, their ego got in the way, and now they have to go back and admit fault. That's the story here. And it is coming up in your action, so I'm just going to say it, Sag. If this sounds familiar, it might actually be you. And this may actually relate in two areas of your life. There could be like a very twinning dynamic of that, like you said something that you have to go back on and apologize for, but that may happen to you in another area where someone else is doing that to you to apologize, if that makes sense. You need to make amends with whatever and whoever this is. Again, if it's romantic, it's not saying you have to be with them anymore if the love isn't there. But the thing is, I kind of think it is. Desire, passion, you're going to fix something from your past. And at minimum, you're going to make it right and bring healing to it. 3 of Swords, because someone's feelings got hurt here. Anyway, yeah, that's what I got for you. It was not easy for this person to go and apologize. Just know that, so cut them a break. That's what I mean. If someone does come to you with a authentic, real apology, don't play hard to get. Like, you're going to make it so much worse. Like, this could be fine. This is you, Sagittarius. I can tell. I can just tell it is. You have to be very vulnerable, and it's like you have to tap into that sensitive side of you that you don't really always like to touch. And you may even be apologizing to a parent, especially a mother. Yeah, because you said some fucked up shit. All right. Moving on, Sag. That's what I got for you. These are just monthly readings. So if you made it this far, thanks. Remember to like, share, subscribe. I will see you next Tuesday for February Valentine's Day Love Tarots. I'll see you then, Sag. Bye.